Think you need a farm to grow your own food? Think again. Welcome to the fascinating realm of urban gardening, a green revolution that's sprouting up in cities worldwide. Imagine a world where concrete jungles bloom with greenery, where every high-rise balcony, sunny windowsill, or tiny backyard becomes a potential garden plot. This is not a distant dream, but a tangible reality that urban gardening brings to our doorstep. In the heart of the city, amidst the hustle and bustle and skyscrapers, urban gardening is flourishing, transforming cityscapes and diets alike. It's not just about beautifying spaces, it's about food, fresh, local, and sustainable. From rooftops to balconies, from fire escapes to window ledges, urban gardens are sprouting everywhere, proving that you don't need acres of land to cultivate your own food. You just need a bit of creativity, a dash of dedication, and a whole lot of love. And the benefits? They're as abundant as a well-tended garden. Improved air quality, reduced carbon footprint, and the unbeatable satisfaction of biting into a vegetable you've grown yourself. Urban gardening is more than a hobby, it's a lifestyle, a statement. It's a testament to our resilience, our adaptability. It's a celebration of the human spirit that finds a way to flourish, no matter the circumstances. Urban gardening is revolutionizing the way we think about food and space. Discover the essentials of growing your own food, no matter where you live. This is the essence of urban gardening, a green revolution that's just waiting for you to dig in. Every nook and cranny has potential. That's a mantra to live by when you're an urban gardener. Your garden's success hinges on finding the right spot, the perfect canvas to paint your green dreams. Whether it's a sun-drenched balcony, a cozy windowsill, or a breezy rooftop, each space offers unique possibilities. Let's start with sunlight. Plants like us need their daily dose of sunshine. When choosing your garden spot, observe where the sunlight falls throughout the day. Most fruits, vegetables, and herbs require a good 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. North or south-facing balconies and windowsills often make ideal locations. But don't be disheartened if you're dealing with a shade-heavy space. There are plenty of shade-loving plants out there like lettuce, spinach, and chives, ready to turn your dim corners into lush green nooks. Next, let's talk about airflow. Plants need fresh air to breathe, just like us. But too much wind can be detrimental, especially for young plants or those with large leaves. If your chosen spot is a bit too breezy, consider using windbreaks or barriers to protect your plants. Now, onto the medium. The beauty of urban gardening is that it's not bound by traditional soil plots. Maybe you've got a wall begging for a vertical garden, or window ledges yearning for planters. Perhaps containers on a rooftop or balcony are more your style. Or perhaps hydroponics, where plants are grown in water rather than soil, has caught your eye. And don't forget about space. It's a precious commodity in urban settings. But with a bit of creativity, you'll find that even the smallest areas can yield a bountiful harvest. Vertical gardening, for instance, allows you to grow upwards, maximizing your space. Remember, the key is to work with your environment, not against it. Every space has its quirks, and learning to navigate them is all part of the urban gardening journey. So, as you look around your urban dwelling, see beyond the concrete and glass. See the potential for green, for growth, for life. Learn how to select the best spot and medium for your garden, considering sunlight, airflow, and space. Pick your plants wisely. As we delve deeper into the heart of urban gardening, the choices you make about what plants to grow can make or break your compact garden's success. Each plant has its unique needs and quirks, and understanding these is key to a bountiful harvest. Let's start small and versatile. Herbs are the perfect candidates for urban gardens. They are compact, hardy, and offer a wide range of flavors to spice up your meals. Think of basil, mint, rosemary, and thyme. These fragrant additions to your garden are not only culinary champions but also hardy survivors in confined spaces. Next, let's talk about vegetables. Many vegetables are surprisingly well suited to urban life. Salad greens, for instance, are shallow-rooted and fast-growing, making them ideal for small containers. Cherry tomatoes, dwarf peas, and radishes are also excellent choices, offering high yields in small spaces. Now you might be wondering, can fruits thrive in an urban garden? The answer is a resounding yes. Strawberries, for example, are perfect for hanging baskets or window boxes. They love to spill over edges, making the most of vertical space. And if you're feeling adventurous, dwarf fruit trees like lemon or apple can be grown in larger pots, providing not just delicious fruit but also a beautiful focal point for your garden. But remember, not all plants are suited for confined spaces. Large-rooted plants like potatoes and pumpkins or tall crops like corn may struggle in an urban setting. It's all about understanding the needs of each plant and matching those to the space and resources you have available. Also, don't forget to consider your local climate and the amount of sunlight your space receives. Some plants love the sun while others prefer a bit of shade. Match your plant choices to your specific conditions for the best results. We've guided you through choosing varieties that thrive in confined spaces. With a little knowledge and careful selection, you can transform your urban space into a green haven, brimming with fresh, homegrown produce. It's all about choosing the right plants for your space and conditions. So, what's going in your urban garden? Maximize your yield with smart planting techniques. That's our motto for today. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of planting techniques, which can make all the difference for your urban garden. First, let's talk about soil preparation. Soil is the lifeblood of your garden, and it's essential to get it right. Start by choosing a high-quality potting mix, rich in organic matter and well-draining. This will provide your plants with the nutrients they need and prevent waterlogging, a common issue in container gardening. Next, we move to potting. The size and type of your pot can significantly impact your plant's growth. Ensure it's deep enough for the roots to spread, and always remember to drill drainage holes if they're not already present. When filling your pot, leave about an inch from the top to prevent water from spilling over. Now let's explore the world of vertical gardening. This is a game changer for urban gardens with limited space. Think trellises, hanging baskets, and wall-mounted planters. By growing upwards, you can fit more plants into your space and create a lush green oasis. And it's not just for vine plants. Many herbs, vegetables, and even fruits can flourish when grown vertically. Finally, let's touch on companion planting. This is the practice of planting different crops close together for mutual benefit. Some plants can deter pests that would otherwise harm their neighbors, while others can enhance growth by providing shade or improving soil quality. For example, planting basil alongside tomatoes not only saves space, but also helps repel insects and enhance the flavor of your tomatoes. So, remember, the key to a thriving urban garden lies in the details. From preparing your soil to selecting the right pot, from embracing vertical spaces to understanding companion planting, each step is crucial in its own right. So don't rush. Take your time to get it right, and your plants will thank you with a bountiful harvest. Discover how to make the most of your space with vertical gardening, companion planting, and more. Because remember, even the smallest spaces can yield the most abundant gardens. Keep your garden thriving. That's the mantra we're focusing on today. No matter how small or urban your green space is, understanding how to sustain it is crucial. Now let's dig into the heart of garden maintenance. Watering. It's the lifeblood of your garden, but it's not as simple as just turning on the tap. The key is consistency. Your plants crave a steady supply of moisture, not a deluge one day and a drought the next. And remember, overwatering can be just as harmful as underwatering. Next, we have pruning. This is where you get to play gardener surgeon, taking out the old to make way for the new. Regular pruning helps to improve air circulation, reduce disease, and encourage healthier growth. So don't be afraid to give your plants a little trim now and then. Now let's talk about harvesting. Knowing when to pick your fruits and veggies is an art in itself. A general rule of thumb is to harvest when they're at their peak of ripeness. That's when they're packed with the most flavor and nutrients. But what about the stuff you don't eat? Well, that's where composting comes in. Composting is a great way to recycle your kitchen scraps and plant waste into nutrient-rich soil for your garden. Finally, pest control. Pests can wreak havoc on your urban oasis, but don't reach for the chemical spray just yet. There are plenty of organic solutions that can keep bugs at bay, from companion planting to homemade insecticidal soap. Learn the ins and outs of garden maintenance, from watering schedules to organic pest control solutions. With these tips, you're well on your way to sustaining a thriving urban garden. Your urban oasis awaits. Imagine this: after months of tending to your garden, the time has finally come. You reach out, your hand brushing against the fruits of your labor. You pick your very own sun-warmed tomato, or maybe it's a handful of fresh basil, fragrant and green. It's a feeling of satisfaction that's hard to beat. This is the reality of urban gardening. It's not just about the food though, that's a wonderful part. It's about the connection to nature, the sense of accomplishment, and the joy of nurturing life in the heart of the concrete jungle. It's about transforming your balcony, your rooftop, or that sun-drenched window into a place of growth and abundance. Armed with these tips, you're ready to transform any space into a source of fresh, sustainable produce. Inspired to green your space? Subscribe for more urban gardening hacks and join our community of city farmers.